Hello and welcome back to my channel, My Paul Weller Collection, a channel dedicated to my passion for all things The Jam, The Style Council and Paul Weller solo. In today's video I want to talk about the September 22nd edition 1979 of Sounds with Paul Weller on the front cover, The Face of 79. This would make a fantastic poster if I framed it up. Great Fred Perry jumper there, always wanted one of those in white. Paul looking very young. So let's have a look inside. So page 2, what have we got? The Jam are featured in BBC television programme Something Else, which gets a second screening this Thursday at 11:30 PM. The band perform their latest single, When You're Young, and its follow-up, Eton Rifles. On top of page 2, Parker's Pact. There's a feature about the Merton Parkers, which a very young looking Mick Talbot was in. The Merton Parkers will be undertaking a British tour next month in the wake of their second single from Beggars Banquet called Plastic Smile from their first album, A Face in a Crowd, and then a bit about the tour that they're on. Great advert, Hersham Boys Sham 69 on page 3. So a bit further in, we've got record news, which is the Mods Mayday 79 album featuring 5 London mod bands recorded at the Canning Town Bridge House, which was released by I Spy Records and has now been picked up by Arista. The album features 15 tracks by Secret Affair, Beggar, Small Hours, The Mods and Squire, and all 2,000 of the first pressings have already been sold out. It was recorded on the 1st of May and will have a recommended retail price of £4. Bargain. Now there's obviously a lot of mod revival bands inspired by the Jam at this period, which this particular version of Sounds goes into quite a lot. So this was one of my favourite bits, which is all the charts of the time. So we've got alternative chart, disco, British singles, top 75 albums. So if we look down the British singles, at number 22, there we are. When You're Young, The Jam on Polydor, which was going down the charts, 17 last week, 22 this. Top of the charts was We Don't Talk Anymore by Cliff Richard, Cars, Gary Newman, and Bang Bang by B.A. Robertson. On top of the album charts was The Pleasure Principle, Gary Newman, In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin, and Cliff Richard with Rock and Roll Juvenile at number 3. So here we come to the main feature, and this is why I would have bought it back in the day. Paul Weller interview by Dave McCulloch. This is the modern poet. Paul Weller gets serious with Dave McCulloch. This is quite a good interview. It's quite a spiky interview with both interviewer and interviewee on guard, really. I'll read out a couple of questions and answers. Was Tube Station from personal experience? It wasn't actually. Did you read that thing in the papers about these guys getting stabbed at Elephant and Castle Station though? It was the same sort of thing. I went through a period where I wrote about the most terrifying things that could happen to you. But I've got over that now. I think it's good to scare yourself now and again. Like in the first song heard from the new album Little Boy Soldiers, do you mean? That's a dig at British imperialism. I don't like talking politics. I don't believe in any politician. I think they're all out to feather their own nests. But Little Boy Soldiers is about all these people who lost their lives in the last war fighting against something. You've got the same situation nowadays. It's all coming back again. And those lives mean fuck all. It's just a waste of time. The way Britain in the 1800s or whatever raped the world, and now they don't want to know when those people have only come back for what's theirs. It all makes me sick. Anyway, on a lighter note, let's see what else is in it. Here's a feature on Quadrophenia. The Who, Quadrophenia, music from the soundtrack of the Who film on Polydor double LP. And it got 3.5 out of 5, I presume. I would have given it more than that. I turn to page 58, and it's the gigs page. Got some good bands here. At the marquee, the Members, Young Ones, the Chords, Lambrettas, the Breaks, Phil Rambo Band. For heavy rockers, Ian Gillan. This is quite good. Wanted, Beatles lookalikes, musicians who sing. Adam at the Ants at the Electric Ballroom. And the Undertones on tour. And then finally, the Mods Hymn Book. Again, Quadrophenia, the music from the soundtrack of the Who film. So there we are, Sounds, September the 22nd, 1979, with a centre spread interview with Paul Weller. The Face of 79. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.